Hi, thanks for tuning in. Stuart here, eBay trader. And today I want to talk about whether to send tracked overseas, and in particular to America. Now, 50% of my produce goes overseas and about 15% of it goes to the USA. So the USA is quite an important market for me. And I'm sending all my products delivered duty paid. And the way that I can do this without personally having to pay out myself the duty is to sell at a shipping price that gives me enough profit to cover the duty. So yeah, American buyers are having to pay inflated shipping prices and are actually having to pay the duty despite delivered duty paid, making it look like the seller has to pay duty. Some sellers have swallowed that loss. I haven't, and well, maybe a small portion. But coming back to my main point, which is that sending tracked to America is absolutely essential. Absolutely essential. Now, I currently use a company called Transglobal Express to get my packets shipped over to America. From there, they're taken by USPS, and I get a tracking number. I was paying for this service about £4 18 months ago. I don't know what's happened, but currently that price has been pumped up quite a bit, and it now costs me about £6 as opposed to £4.20 for raw mail untracked. So £4.20 untracked or £6 tracked, what's it going to be? I thought about this and initially started, for the last 2 weeks I've been sending mail to America, untracked raw mail, to save that money. However, I've had a couple of experiences in the last week which have made me realize how important it is to get a tracking number. So typically in the past with raw mail, when I didn't send track to America, and bear in mind the reason I didn't send track to America is because I would have to charge such a high shipping fee to my American buyers that it just wouldn't work economically, and I didn't really think I would get many orders. So consequently I sent untracked, and I just accepted that now and again, maybe once a month or maybe twice a month, who knows, I could get a message from an American buyer saying, my item has not arrived. Well, sorry, if you haven't got a tracking number, you're going to lose. You're going to lose. My item has not arrived, no tracking number. They start a case unless you can supply a tracking number, or unless they find the item or it does arrive, or it's arrived but they didn't realize it had arrived or something, and they close the case. Then you're going to lose. You're going to lose the case. When I started sending by Transglobal Express, I had tracking number for all my items. I still got those inquiries. The difference is I had the tracking number, and in 9 times out of 10 cases, I tracked it to delivery. Or virtually all these cases, it's arrived, delivered at mailbox. I send them a screenshot. I upload the tracking number, delivered. I know I'm going to win. It's worth it. And usually when I say tracking says delivered, screenshot attached, I never hear from them again. Never hear from them again. Now imagine if I didn't have a tracking number, they would start a case and I have to pay a refund. But when I've got a tracking number delivered, I say tracking says delivered, never hear from them again. That's it. Why? Why? I don't know. I mean, what are they trying to prove? What are they trying to do with saying items not arrived and virtually all the time tracking shows delivered at mailbox? What are they up to? Trying to get free product, or I don't know, maybe it was left with concierge and maybe he's got it under the desk and they finally go and they say, oh, tracking says an item was delivered here. Oh yeah, here it is. I mean, you know, in the past without the tracking number, I'm the fool who would have to pay for that sloppiness and that mistake. So yeah, it is worth paying an extra, you know, £1.80 per order for the tracking number. It really is. I mean, economically, I don't know. I mean, let's say I've got to refund 2 orders a month. What's that going to cost me? It's probably going to cost me about £40. I mean, but just the principle of it, just the principle that people are going to get something for nothing just because you haven't got a tracking number. And I've noticed this is worse with American buyers than any other, even Italian or any other buyers. America is the worst for this. Where's my item? Where's my item? Open a case, bang, you've lost. I don't know where the item is, but tracking shows it's delivered. It's your problem. If tracking shows delivered at mailbox and you haven't got the item, it's your problem and I'm covered. So tough. Yeah. Okay, well, that's it. As for other countries, I don't tend to send tracked. I haven't really had a problem. The worst problem was with American buyers, but I've got that covered now. I'm going back. I'm going to pay the extra. I'm going to make sure everything goes tracked. I had one big order earlier in the year for about £200. Same question, where's my order? It's been 2 months. Tracked it, delivered it mailbox. Tracking shows delivered. Never heard from him again. Never heard. Didn't open a case. Never heard from him again. So what's going on? What are American buyers playing at with this? Where's my item? When tracking virtually every single time shows delivered. Yeah. Okay, I've had my say. Hope you enjoyed that. Nobody wants to send out product and not get paid for it or have the money taken back. And, you know, it's one big headache and one big loss, particularly if the item is being delivered and for some reason people are not getting their item. I mean, who knows? It may well be in some cases that the item is delivered and, you know, Mrs. Customer is at home when it arrives, puts it somewhere. Husband forgets all about it. A few weeks later, oh, where's that item? Yeah, I ordered from England. Oh, where is it? Have you seen it, honey? No, haven't seen it. And it's probably sitting underneath the staircase or something like that. There are explanations as to why people don't get things. But at least when you've got a tracking number, you can win the case. You don't have to give any money back. And eBay won't give any money back to customers if tracking says delivered. That's the great thing about having a tracking number. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye for now.